that out of them. Now, as far as for me, this again, that effect twofold, because as it brought energy out of them, it also brought, it definitely poured some energy into me, man. Shoot, I was definitely feeling it, even even leading into the move, but especially after those moves were hit. So that's two things that I mentioned, and plus the spins are something that at this point in time that I have definitely grown to. I think honestly, we may have to react to the first time that the spin was actually introduced, but the spin is something that has been consistently incorporated throughout my performances, or I won't even say spins, but I'll say aerial moves just in general. All right, so definitely the spins is a key point of interest, but this is another move as well. I'm sometimes, guys, whenever it is that you're going through and performing, it is very, very important to be in the moment, because in living in the moment, there's a lot of creative things that will happen. All right, now this is something a move that I'll say that I'm definitely going to incorporate. All right, and it was lovely to see it in this particular go around. It wouldn't last. This move, even though guys, it's relatively simple, but just watch the switching between, like the like essentially switching both hands on the mic. Minimum wage, pocket change, and then not only that, man, speeding up the tempo. I'm not gonna lie. Now I would say this, that the combination of those two moves, like this. Because of course I don't want to mess around and prolong this, whichever. So this being an introductory episode, but this will be the last point that I'll make before we end up closing up out of this first episode. But that was also another thing that, again, in the moment was absolutely amazing, and it was so amazing in the moment that I knew that on the watch back it was going to be as impactful, if not more, watching it back than it was actually being in the moment, right? Because in the moment, of course, the energy, the momentum's building up, right? And I really love this part so much. Once we finish this video, I think I might go through and rewatch the same section like a couple more times. It's just, I gotta get this one more time. Switching mic one hand, another hand, the other hand, the other hand, the other hand. Okay, and now it's switching up the tempo, going, and then as that's happening, momentum building, momentum building, momentum building. Now guess what? Bam! The huge punch right there. That was very, very lovely. Now this is what I'll also make note of as well. All right. Now when I did that spin, now much love also to my sister, because the camera was so zoomed in on me and she had it focused in on me that you couldn't really see all of what else was going on in the setting, right? Like for instance, in this shot, is not, especially because of what was done leading up to that point and the impact that you see it have on myself, as well as what you hear it have on the crowd, right? The mic stand fall, because when I did the spin, first off, we had a corded mic. So when I did the spin, of course the wires got caught up, and on this particular go around, it ended up knocking over that particular stand. And then not only that, I think it did it again as well. But nonetheless, I'll say, definitely I kept in mind, that right there, the mic falling down in the middle, especially for, any particular performer that happens to be a performance-based performer, moving and a whole lot of movement or whichever, that could really throw off what's actually going on. In this particular case, it did not. It wasn't even a speed bump. It was was all it was just a thing in a way, and it did not matter because, you know, we still had a good time and we still enjoyed it as well. There was actually another time where
Probably think it's cat. She don't need a Mac, cause she know where it's at. Lost in the side, she don't know how to act. Snapchat, yo.
You see the mic was falling over again, but nonetheless though, in the moment, that still going right back to the and I think I thought I did a spin to
she don't know how to act. I don't get the Snapchat.
I think maybe that may have been
I really think it's cat. She don't need a Mac. I have to chase.
Yeah, no, it's gotta be
lost in the sauce. Skip it to the number. Snapchat. You probably think it's cat. She don't need a Mac cause she know where it's at. She don't know how to act. I don't get the snap. She know where it's at.
My fault, guys. My fault. I thought there was a point in time in the performance where like the mic got I got caught up on the mic and I was turned around and then I spun back around so smoothly. But nonetheless, though, all right, I'll say the key highlights, the key pieces from this video, right? Which again made it. This is definitely one of those ones. Y'all make sure that y'all go check it out. What the spin moves and as well as even the what I'll say past the mic moves, right? That was incorporated actually in both verses, right? So it's just that. It was just the fact that it was rather simple. 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, it was just a little 1-2 moment. So, and which again ultimately was perfect because, you know, just to hit the crowd with a little bit of something, and not only just to give the crowd a little bit of something, but even for myself just to pour just a little bit of seasoning in the mix of what's going on. But, you know, in terms of when that move was really brought to full fruition and it having its full impact, that second verse again, that was where it was done very, very beautifully. But all in all, though, right, that is a quick little breakdown of, you know, King Big Daddy Drip, my performance in downtown Fort Myers just this past Friday. All right, now we are going to continue to make like the Royal Vision, pardon me, a reoccurring thing. And not only that, but we, again, like I said, we won't just be reacting to just my videos or even just like content when it comes to the internal or the external. I'll find some other videos as well. Now granted, y'all, I definitely, you know, kept in mind that I wanted to react to our videos because I know that there's a, you know, a lesser chance of us getting copyrighted. But all in all, though, you know, there's a lot of information that we can learn from, of course, within the internal and the external, and definitely beyond the internal and the external as well. So we'll be keeping that in mind. But all in all, y'all, I thank y'all for joining us for the first episode of the Royal Vision. Y'all make sure that y'all like this video up, share, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, all that noise. And the most important thing, make sure that you stay tuned, stay tapped in, and stay locked in, because the juice over here never stops dripping. All right? I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace, be easy, and as always, y'all stay blessed up.